can see my screen, right? Alright, cool. So, there's a checklist that you guys need to always go through before you upload a video. Alright, so I'm going to kind of show that to you guys right now. The first thing you need to understand when you are making a checklist for content is you need to understand, okay, why are we making a checklist in the first place? So YouTube has a lot of key metrics that they look for before they push a video out. For example, your attention, your average view duration, how long a video is, are you including tags, how old is your channel, how many times have you uploaded, how many times have you uploaded today. All of these things are really important. What's your casual viewer rating, right? So of all of those, I'm going to kind of list the more important things. So when you guys are uploading videos in the future, you can kind of know what to do. All right, so the first things first, the most important thing is uploading a 32-second video, right? I know people have gotten viral videos before that are not 32 seconds. I'm telling you right now, if you upload a 32-second video, you are more likely to go viral. I have had hundreds, well not hundreds, I would say close to maybe 50-ish videos that have hit over 100 million views across all my channels, and all of them were at least 32 seconds long. You will not see a video that has over 100 million views that is under 32 seconds long. And if you as a content creator are trying to reach the biggest amount of reach possible, you should be trying to optimize your channel for the most reach, which is why aiming for 32-second videos is ideal. So if you're uploading videos that's 29 seconds and you're wondering, why am I stuck in 30K view jail? Well, actually, maybe you should probably upload longer videos. This is the bare minimum. And there's a couple of reasons for this. I've kind of gone over it in the bootcamp, but I'm going to go over it again anyway, so it kind of makes sense for you guys. And I just realized, bro, my computer's not plugged in. Let me put the charger quick. So one thing I would say is really important when you're uploading 32-second videos is advertisers are willing to spend more on videos that are longer. So there was a study actually done by advertisers, and they noticed that people who watched 32-second videos or longer ended up spending more money for an ad, right? So advertisers, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to want to spend more money on ads. And also, you got to remember, YouTube is a business, right? So if YouTube is a business and they're trying to make the most amount of money possible, then they're probably going to want to push out videos that advertisers are willing to spend more money on, right? So uploading 32-second videos, even if you're not monetized, is going to immediately get you pushed out to the algorithm, because the algorithm wants to make money for YouTube, because YouTube is a business, right? So if you actually upload 30-second videos, you're going to make more money. Also, on top of that, for music royalties as well, music companies have noticed as well that there's a higher conversion rate with 32-second plus videos. If you upload a 32-second video to YouTube, when you're using a music royalty, your RPM will 5 to 10x for your music royalty. And I know music royalties have been a little more stinky recently because of all the bans and stuff, especially with Blast Off and stuff. I know you guys were using DeLuna. DeLuna actually shut down applications because they don't also want to get banned. But this still goes regardless. You know, if music royalties end up coming back, music royalties are also a big reason why 32-second videos are important. Does that kind of make sense, guys? Can I get a thumbs up or thumbs down or yes, no? Does that make sense to you guys? Or did I not explain that good? Okay, awesome. All right. So yeah, that's the first step, right? That's the first step in understanding your checklist. The second thing you want to look for is making sure your swipe ratio is above 81.1%. All right? If your swipe ratio is below 81.1%, you can still get a viral video, but it's not going to be as likely. Because, like I said, over the thousands of videos I've uploaded across all my channels, I've not had a viral video over 100 million views have below an 81.1% swipe ratio. Like, this is like, that is the criteria you need to reach in order to get a viral video. If your swipe ratio is below 81.1%, then you're probably doing something wrong. You should look at your hook, right? And look at either, are you doing a hook or are you doing an anti-hook? Either one works, right? But you need to make sure you're getting the swipe ratio to above or at 81.1%. Does that make sense, guys? So how do you get it up? Great question. So I think it depends on the niche. I don't want to give the most, I can give the most broad advice for you, but it's going to kind of depend on whatever content you're uploading. But I would say the best way to get someone to immediately watch your video is to throw them into it, right? You want to throw them in. A lot of people, they kind of start the video with, what's up guys, in this video or in this short or blah, 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 blah. And people don't like that because they don't like your time being wasted. If you watch basically all of my long form videos for my boot camp, I don't ever do intros. I'm like 1.5 billion views in 28 days. Here's how I did it, right? Because you don't want to waste the viewer's time because every single millisecond is important. So in your future videos, when you're uploading content, throw them straight into the video, right? If it's a Roblox channel, throw them straight into just a Vine boom sound effect. If it's a ranking channel, don't do an intro. Just throw them into the most like crazy clip. Another thing, guys, for ranking videos as well. If you're making ranking videos, like let's say you have 7 of them, right? Even though you're starting off with like number 3 and you're trying to basically just make it so number 1's the most interesting, make your first clip the most interesting. Remember, you are the content creator. You have complete control over your video. It doesn't matter if the last clip is more interesting or not. Your goal is to hook them in and keep them there, right? So even if you use the most interesting clip as the first one, that's okay, right? Because we don't have any rules we need to follow other than these right here. Pretty much anything goes for content. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, let me see real quick. What's up, bro? All right, let me read the rest of your questions. Wait. Actually, there was one more thing for the checklist. Guys, don't use tags, by the way. I think I've already talked about this a lot. I'm going to explain it a little more real quick. Do not use tags. Tags are bad, all right? Tags and descriptions as well. Tag/description is bad. So the reason why tags are bad is for 2 main reasons. The first one is when you use tags, you are initially reaching a set demographic of people. Let's say I wanted to target people who really like iPhones, right? And I make a content about, hey, this new Apple product is pretty cool. People who have Android or Samsung really won't care about it as much, right? The reason why is because our goal as content creators is trying to get the most amount of reach possible, right? If we are not getting the most amount of reach possible, we're not getting the most amount of views, then we are limiting the amount of money we can make. Because I'm a view maxer. That's kind of what I've given myself like the name for. I'm a view maxer. So instead of trying to maximize the amount of views I get in one niche, I target the world. So actually, I was able to have a conversation with Mr. Beast. It was like 100 creators in the Discord server, and everyone got to ask him one question, right? And I got to ask him, I said, Jimmy, what niche would you recommend me start or pursue? Because I'm trying to get the most amount of views. And Jimmy said, if we're trying to get the most amount of views, you should target the world. And I kind of took that to heart, and I took it to pretty much every single thing I do moving forward. When I'm making content, I try to target the world instead of targeting a set demographic of people. Because if we targeted people who like art and we were making pottery, then instead of targeting people who make pottery, we should target people who care about art because it's a bigger demographic. Just like if we're making content about like ranking, we shouldn't just make content about ranking soccer clips. We should rank everything because it gives a broader reach. Because I bet there's some people who don't care about soccer at all who will probably be interested if you make a more broad video. So make sure you're trying to get the widest demographic of people. And that's why I don't like using tags and descriptions, because this actually indicates to YouTube that, hey, we're making Roblox content. Let's push it to Roblox content people only. And I bet there are people who play Fortnite, there are people who play other games. I bet there's some, moms who watch like the news and they give their kid the phone. The kid's on the phone, they're scrolling, and they see a Roblox video. The kid's gonna watch it, There's all these things that you don't really think about too much. But tags and descriptions are not good for pushing out shorts. Long form's a little different because long form you want to target people. For example, for my bootcamp videos, I use tags and descriptions, right? Because my goal is to target people like you guys, people who actually care about view maxing, right? Because I don't think the average person who cares about pottery is going to care about maximizing their views. But I know you guys do because you guys are content creators. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So tags aren't needed? Yeah, tags are not needed. What about viral tags? Well, I'm going to talk about that a little later in a second. All right, I'm glad you see what I'm saying here, Spen. All right, let me scroll back up. Let me answer some more questions. Latest video is sitting at 75% to 85% CVR. What do you mean CVR? I don't know what that means. What's a CVR? You mean swipe ratio? Bro, let me get him in here. Can you raise your hand? Let me get you in here, bro. Guys, this guy is a goat when it comes to YouTube. What's up, bro? Guys, This guy is the GOAT of YouTube. I'm telling you right now. What were you doing? Yeah. Me too, bro. I've been going out recently too. Honestly, I'm just answering some questions, bro. I'm just answering these guys' questions over here because I haven't really been doing the calls. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a big call for everyone. There we go. Hold on, let me see some more questions real quick. Yeah, dude, I've been seeing your channel's been a little shaky the past couple videos. Yeah. I'm gonna take a look at your channel later today, and I'll give you a little update and see what I can tell you. I'll do a. Let me see real quick. Someone asked, what if you get 0 views in your newest video? Well, that means your trust score is probably not optimized correctly. If you're getting 0 views, that means YouTube doesn't trust you. So you probably should optimize your trust score first. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can create a new account today and upload, and you probably can get like 50 views. It's just like, make sure your feature eligibility is enabled. Don't use tags. Don't say subscribe in the video, especially for your first video, because YouTube detects all that stuff. There's like transcripts, you know? And if they like notice you're doing that stuff, they may indicate that you're a bot account. Because the only reason you get 0 views is if YouTube thinks you're a bot. So that means you're you need to act more like a human, bro. I think he's talking about like the pulsing thing you use. Yeah, I bet there's a CapCut animation for it. Yeah. You use presets, right? Of course, yeah. But he says someone said I have 81 videos. I monetized. I'm monetized Grateful, but UK only 2 of my videos popped off. 130 million views, 2 million views, rest for 79 view jail. Okay. So what I would do if I were you is I would look at your 30 million view video and look at all the analytics. Look at how long the video is, what's the niche, did you use hashtags, what was the actual content of the video. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes into it, man. Like, what's your niche? Are you okay saying that? We can take a look together, and you can share. I can share my screen. I don't know if you're okay with me leaking your channel though. I'm trying out Roblox rant niche. First video got 25k views, fourth got similar swipe ratio, barely got 1k. So bro, you're gonna notice that when you are uploading videos, your first initial videos may get like a boost because YouTube's testing your audience, and then you're gonna have a drop. This is called a test and rebalance for when you're starting out. You guys can still see my screen, right? Let me see right now. Okay, so you had a 30 million view jail, or 30 million video. How long is the video? 23 seconds? Okay. Look at your latest video. Let's see the difference. Alright, I see the problem. So, okay. If you notice, during your entire clip, what you did here is you created tension, right? So tension's a really awesome emotion because when someone feels tension, they kind of freeze up and they start watching, right? For this video here, you didn't give me enough tension in the first couple seconds of your video. Like I was gonna, if you actually just let the clip play out, you completely switched to another guy. All of a sudden, I don't care anymore. Because we're talking about the girl, now we're talking about this guy. I don't care, right? But if we're talking about this guy here, you start off here where he drinks too much Red Bull. The music is creating some type of tension. And then the entire clip is just him going down and up, right? That's pretty much it. That's all he's doing the entire time. So because of that, it creates tension in the viewer's heart, which makes them consistently watch, right? For this one here, you had tension in the beginning, but then you just threw it all away when you brought up this other guy. Like, no one cares about this guy. They only care about the girl. So if you're going to build up a story, do it like how you did this video. Because if you replicate this style, you apply it to different people, you're going to get similar results. Does that kind of make sense? All right, cool. Do that moving forward. Yeah, dude. Using emotions is really awesome, guys, because YouTube really wants two things. Well, really three things, right? What does YouTube want? YouTube wants, one, to make money. They want to satisfy the viewer. And they want to keep people on their platform as long as possible. Right? So if YouTube wants these three things, people on their platform as long as possible, to make money, and to satisfy their viewer, then what is your job? It's to just apply all of these three things, right? So for example, if YouTube wants to make money, upload 32-second videos, because this increases the RPM, and it also increases how much money YouTube can make. If YouTube wants to satisfy the viewer, then you should have a higher average view duration, preferably above 100% retention. Because if you have 100% plus retention video, what does this indicate? It indicates that someone watched the video all the way through, and then they watched it again. They were so satisfied with your video that they watched it twice. That indicates YouTube satisfaction. If they want to keep people on the platform as long as possible, what do you got to do? Increase your swipe ratio, and also increase your average view duration. It all comes hand in hand in hand. Remember, we are YouTube's butlers. We just basically do whatever YouTube wants. And if YouTube wants people on the platform as long as possible, make the most money, and to satisfy the viewer, then we're just that's what we do for YouTube. That's pretty much it. Does that make sense, guys? Unless you use ChatGPT, you do all the AI stuff for you, do the voices, automate it. That is true. That's very true. You know, Roblox rants are a little annoying to watch, but sometimes I watch them. It depends on if it's actually interesting or not. You know, but I'm sure little kids, like, they eat that up. Can you review my Roblox rant channel? Sure. Did you send it? Let's review it. I'm just immediately not interested. I wouldn't start off with this long text here, right? You'll notice with a lot of more viral videos, they only have a small amount of text, 1, 2, or even 3 words. 3 words max, by the way, right? If you're going to have a Roblox rant, have it so 1 word is popping up on the screen always. You don't want this like this, because I'm gonna be straight with you guys. The people who actually like play Roblox on mass scale are little kids, and a lot of them are illiterate. They don't know how to read. So putting a big text like that is just going to immediately just turn them off. So I'd recommend not putting a lot of text like that. Yeah, there's nothing really happening. Yeah, and these images are behind the text. I've never seen this error before. I probably wouldn't use this. The sound effects didn't match up with the actual images itself, I would probably, the music's okay, but I mean, like, I would probably make the voice higher pitch and faster, right? It's too slow. I think the music's too loud as well because can't really hear him too well. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. But don't use any transitions as well if you're doing for those Roblox rant stuff. You'll notice like it's really fast-paced, entertaining stuff going on. It's commentary over the background of something, like he's going through some of the parkour. Yeah, a lot of stuff I would fix for that one. Can you review my GTA shorts? I'll look at your thumbnails. I don't know if I want to look at a long-form video here. What? What do you mean 10 months? Oh, yeah. Let's see here. These thumbnails are actually pretty good, not gonna lie. I don't think these are bad. I'd probably make it a little more glowy, but like it's not really a bad thing. What's your average CTA, bro? I definitely increase the saturation. Also, I'd get rid of this Grand Theft Auto logo in the corner of the screen. Um, just because like you don't want there to be clutter, so I would just not put it there. Like you don't see Mr. Beast putting Feastables in the bottom right of his thumbnails. It's just very, very simple. So I'd recommend doing that as well. Alright, okay, we're getting a lot of channels here now. Before I start looking at these, can I have any more questions, guys? Do you have any questions or anything like that before I hop into actually channel reviews? Like just general questions I can answer, so anyone who's listening could kind of take it. Oh, viral tags, that's a good one. Okay. I actually was going to make a video on this tonight. So here's the thing with viral tags, right? So let me kind of explain how viral tags works. So for these viral tags, you'll see a lot of these people, they use like the kind of like the hashtag and then some random like Pakistan or Indian creator. So for viral tags, what it does, it's basically these Pakistan or Indian creators have a team of people who upload mass scale videos using a certain hashtag. And what it does is it inflates the views for that hashtag. And when YouTube sees a lot of people uploading one video on multiple, one hashtag on multiple videos, they're going to see that there is an increase and they're going to see it as a trend, right? So what happens is, you guys know that YouTube growth is exponential. So if the creators who are actually making this trend in the first place are uploading here and they create the hashtag, they're going to basically ride the entire wave of views all the way up, right? And this is pretty OP because if they're riding the wave all the way up, they get to basically carry all that views with them. Now, let's say you are a person who enters around here, right? You're probably going to ride the wave around this far, and then there's going to be a new hashtag. So, is this good for your channel? Now, it's good for you to get monetized and to get views because, in the end of the day, you're basically just using a little exploit to get views. But is it good for long-term channel growth? No. Because the people who are actually seeing these hashtags, it's not going to build any casual viewers for you. You'll notice that bigger channels have around a 50% plus casual viewer rating. And what that indicates is it basically means they're going to get views every month. That's guaranteed income. Right? It doesn't matter if they stopped uploading for an entire month. They can upload in a month from now and they'll still get pushed out because their casual viewer rating is so high. What this does is it basically just keeps pulling in new viewers, which views equals good money, but also remember that these people are probably going to be from lower income countries, which is going to decrease your RPM. Now, me personally, I don't care about increasing or decreasing my RPM because I'm a view maxer. I just care about getting the most amount of views possible. But if I were you guys, you could probably use it to get monetized. It's not really a bad thing, you know? Does that kind of help? Also, yeah, tell me. Yep. So you're different, all right? The reason why you're different is because you already have such a big channel that your casual view rating is so high, right? If you look at your casual viewer percentage in your audience demographic, it's like 60%, I think. So it doesn't really matter. All right. Because you don't need to reach new audiences. You pretty much maxed out the Roblox stats. Okay. But if you were starting a new channel and you wanted to get monetized in a couple days, you could probably use the tags and get monetized really quickly. So, me personally, bro, I'm against tags because I like getting the most amount of views possible. I'm just saying, if you guys are stuck in like a certain view jail and like you feel like you're not getting breaking out, you can use the tag. Dude, I think my AirPods are dying. You can use the tags to just kind of break yourself out, but like it's not good for long-term growth, you know. And like I will never use tags on my videos because tags always limit reach, so and it takes up space, you know. One second, guys. I can't hear you for a second. I'm transferring my audio here. Can you guys wait? Can you talk real quick? Oh, okay, I can still hear you. All right. Does anyone have any questions with that? Why is your graph so smooth? When you have a built-up channel, it'll kind of just reach over time like this. Also, this is probably over a longer period of time, I'm guessing as well. Probably like, what, 6 days-ish? Yeah. So we leave our video descriptions empty. Yes, don't use video descriptions for shorts. You're gonna limit your reach. It's not a good thing to do. And I don't use tags for my shorts either. But if you want to use the viral tag to just get monetized quickly, and you want to just use it as a little bug, then just go ahead and do it. But you know, that's up to you. I don't like cheating, bro, which is why I would not use the tag in my opinion. Because I like playing the game fair. I tested no video tags and no description. I got no views. Okay, well, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. It's not like one thing is going to changing one thing is going to help you get a lot of views. If your content is like not good, your content's not going to get pushed out because the content's the most important thing. You know, all these other things we're talking about, they're just little caveats. But you add them all up together, and I did the same content on another channel. Can you send the video and can we look at it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every day. Like for the next 20 days. If you miss a day, it's gonna, especially in the beginning, it's gonna mess you up. Once you have a more aged channel, it really doesn't matter too much. Okay, let me look at any more questions. Guys, I am gonna have to go in a second. Let me see real quick. A troll face video saturated? I think so. I would recommend just using like laughing emoji faces or just other emojis. Just troll faces are a lot. Bro, what am I looking at here? Is it the Mona Lisa? What the? That's funny, bro. That's funny, bro. What's a good ratio of view to subscriber? Around 1%. One out of every 100 people subscribing is good. But I mean, like, dude, I mean, the subscribers don't really matter in general. Subscribers don't really do anything for you. If you want to get a plaque, I guess it's cool, but you don't need it. No, that's good. That's good, bro. That's good. Can someone pin that? We can't pin in here. Dang. Oh my gosh, bro. You would have you would have been at like 40. Bro. Oh gosh. All right. Increasing casual viewer count. Increasing casual viewer count / percentage make videos go viral easier. Guys, always having better stats is going to make your videos better. It's not like one thing like, hey, if I increase my my swipe ratio. Am I gonna get a billion views? It's like, no, you got to do everything. Like what I'm telling you, like you guys need to take everything and implement all of it to your videos, not just one. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's gonna be it for today. I actually have more work I need to do, but I hope this call was helpful. Was it helpful, guys? Was it good? Should I do more of these? All right, W's, guys. W's. Ice King wants to join. Honestly, bro, I've done this before where I let people join and ask questions, and then this guy just started jerking off. So I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not gonna invite anyone anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I've done this before where I invited people who I didn't know on here, and like these guys would just turn on cameras and just start like jerking their jaw on, bro. It was bad. Yeah.